Howdy folks, Jambareeqi here, and welcome to Jambareeqi Orange, the show where I let my patrons decide what I review. The options for this episode's poll included Spider-Man 3, Transformers Revenge of the Fallen, Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom, Justice League The Flashpoint Paradox, The Little Mermaid Ariel's Beginning, and the Super Mario Bros. Movie. They chose the Super Mario Bros. Movie. Mario and Luigi are two brothers who have just started a plumbing service together, but their dad has no faith in them. So when the local news reports that a plumbing disaster is happening in Brooklyn, Mario decides to prove himself by volunteering to fix it. However, Mario and Luigi accidentally fall into a magic portal. Luigi lands in the Darklands and is captured by the evil Bowser, while Mario ends up in the Mushroom Kingdom, where he befriends Toad and Princess Peach, who are at war with Bowser and need to gather an army. Mario teams up with his new friends to stop Bowser and rescue his brother from being sacrificed. But first, he'll need to train himself for combat and learn the abilities of this world's magical items. Meanwhile, it turns out that Bowser is actually madly in love with Peach and wants to marry her. Video game movies have gained a pretty poor reputation, and many folks have criticised them for failing to capture the look and feel of the video game that supposedly inspired them. So, say what you will about this movie, but dang does it have the exact same spirit and imagination as a real Mario game, from the vibrant, colourful visuals to the cute, wholesome character designs, the whimsical music to the trademark iconic obstacles and backgrounds. Does the film often feel like a long cutscene? Oh yes, without a doubt. But I have to respect the film for being faithful as a video game adaptation on a surface level, which goes to show how low the bar has been for this genre of cinema. While I'm no expert on Mario lore, I did like the portrayals of our characters. Mario is a charming Brooklyn everyman who never gives up trying, just like the people who play his games.
That was incredible! He kept beating you senseless and you just kept getting back up? You just don't know when to quit!
Huh. Well, never thought of that as a good thing.
Luigi plays the nervous and anxious dude in distress who learns to be as brave as his big brother. Peach is amped up as a badass princess who was raised by Toads in the Mushroom Kingdom and will do anything to protect her citizens/family. Toad is a plucky short king with a happy-go-lucky optimism that comically clashes with Mario's confusion.
What do you guys, what do you want to eat? Anything your heart's desire. Go! I am ready to scramble it up.
Donkey Kong is a cocky but strong ape with a recurring rivalry with Mario.
I let him win, just for the record.
Really, though? Why would you do that?
You want to know why? It's mind your own business, that's why.
All right, giant monkey.
Enough!
Plus Bowser is his usual imposing yet lovesick self, foolishly mistaking his tyrannical accomplishments for romantic flexes.
As you can see, I have the superstar.
If you're going to use it now.
No, princess. I stole this star for us. I guess love really makes a guy come out of his shell.
These are good portrayals that I can accept as a casual Mario fan. There was some uproar about Princess Peach being given the girl boss treatment, and some people claimed that this was an offensive revisionism that made Mario look bad. Even though it makes total sense for a woman raised and trained in this fantasy world to be more competent, adaptable, and stronger than some average Joe plumber who just landed here today. Yes, Mario is clumsy and rough around the edges, but this is a comedy film, of course he's going to be beaten up for laughs. Mario does improve his combat as the film goes along too, and the movie does let him win some levels.
Had enough.
Plus, let's not act like Peach never had a fiery and courageous side in the Mario franchise. Heck, she's often been an optional fighter in loads of Super Smash Bros. Games. I actually think it was a better choice to make Luigi the damsel in distress for this film's story, rather than a princess that Mario just met, because Mario has already established a genuine lifelong love for his brother. It's a solid incentive for Mario to go on a rescue journey.
You know what? Make fun of me all you want, but you were gonna help me find my brother. Please?
Hey, let's be honest, it's the Mario Brothers relationship that gives this film its heart. Luigi adores his big brother like a hero, and Mario will protect his little brother at the drop of a hat. It's kind of refreshing seeing brother characters in a kid's movie being close and loving. I also really liked how Mario never judged Luigi for being a scaredy cat, or pressured him to grow a pair. It's all down to Luigi himself to find his own courage at his own pace.
Nothing can hurt us as long as we're together.
I do like this movie, it's kind of fun for what it is. Die-hard Mario fans will love it especially, but when I put the film's entertainment value aside and really look at it as a movie in the conventional sense, it's hard to really call it good. Sure, it's a respectful tribute to Super Mario, but that only goes so far when the end goal of a movie is to work as a cinematic narrative. The biggest detriment to this film is its breakneck pacing. The movie is less of a well-told story and more of a series of action set pieces that reference a bunch of Mario video games, each sequence very loosely tied together by Peach's hunt to gather an army. Said references make for fun fan service, but they just come off as random and out of nowhere in the context of a blockbuster movie.
We beat him there and ambushed him.
Yeah, I know. That's why we're gonna need carts. Well, what are you waiting for? Pick your carts.
The movie also rushes along at the speed of light. Caffeinated energy is what pushes the story forward, rather than natural plot points or clever turns. It's one video game level after another, which makes for a very exhausting watch.
Blue shell!
Yeah, we get a few quieter scenes now and again, but these breaks are far and few between, plus tend to fly by pretty fast. There's all of these interesting ideas for arcs or developments, but the movie is too high in its own adrenaline to make time for them. Like Donkey Kong and Mario come to realize that they both have overjudging dads, but that's swept under the rug quickly. It's hinted that Peach could be a human like Mario, but that's left as a mystery. Just stuff like that. Before I round things up, I guess I should address the elephant in the room. Chris Pratt is the voice of Mario. Right from the beginning, I detested this casting decision, because it made no sense whatsoever. So what do I think of Pratt's Mario after finally seeing the film? Well, it's kind of underwhelming.
Pleased to meet you. I'm Toad.
Mario? So this is not a dream?
It's not distractingly bad, and I did kind of get used to it, but at no point did it impress me or sway me into understanding such a bizarre casting decision. Chris Pratt voices Mario because he's a big-name superstar who rakes in cash as a leading man for Hollywood franchise films, not because he was the right man for the job. There were far more experienced and talented voice actors out there for Illumination to pick, including OG Mario voice actor Charles Martinet, who can movie act as proven by his cameo as Mario's dad.
I think you're nuts. You don't leave a steady job for some crazy dream. And the worst part, you're bringing your brother down with you.
To conclude, I found this movie to be very flawed yet decently fun. It's pretty shallow and pandering, but it does make for a visually engaging and action-packed mindless popcorn movie, with the brotherly bond between Luigi and Mario carrying a lot of the emotion. I think the critics were onto something with the movie's problems, but I also totally get why general audiences thought it was a blast despite its issues. What did you think of this movie? Let everyone know in the comments below. So what am I going to be reviewing in the next Jambareeqi Orange? Well, that's entirely up to my patrons. The options for the next episode will be Barbie, the Princess and the Pauper, Mission Impossible, Memento, The Haunted Mansion, Brother Bear, and The Lorax. That's a pretty awesome selection, am I right? Now, don't forget that you have to be a patron in order to access this poll. What is a patron? Don't worry, I'll explain.
This is my Patreon. It's a site for my fans to support me financially on through a monthly basis. Those who donate are called patrons. Patrons can donate as much as they want and are welcome to stop donating anytime. In return for their generosity, patrons are given exciting rewards based on their pledge amount. These rewards include early access to my videos before they go up publicly on YouTube, behind the scenes content, their name in the end credits of my videos, a chance to request a review of anything at all, and much more.
I'm very excited to see which film my patrons pick. Cheerio, folks.